left center field, and the Phillies strike first again. Trey Turner, a solo shot.
Phillies stay hot. Oh my goodness. This is interesting to see. A daily sports podcast, TV show, news, narratives, takes, and gambling. Phillies roll the Diamondbacks 10-0. Look at Kyle Schwarber. Hey, was that Kyle Schwarber's first home run of the game? No, it was the second. You want to see it? Sure.
Schwarber,
oh, God.
High drive into right center.
He's a big
He's
boy.
Watching. It's flying. Goodbye.
They're hitting 1,000 home runs.
Strikes again.
I think 3 last night, 2 for Schwarber. They just take turns who's going to be the best player in the world. Nick Castellanos cooled off. He only had 5 home runs in 3 games. Nothing last night. I actually don't know what the box score was because I stopped watching it 6-0. And I went to sleep because I'm a grown man, and that's what had to be done. The narrative for this game was funny. People, stop giving Philly people fodder. So here is this guy named Merrill Kelly, who pitched in the World Baseball Classic and stuff, and this is what he had to say about Citizens Bank Park, the most electric atmosphere in pro baseball right now. I will say that the Diamondbacks atmosphere is going to be electric too. They have been starved for a while as well, but let's just take a listen.
And then going into the WBC game, I think that I haven't obviously heard this place on the field, but I'd be very surprised if it trumped that Venezuela game down in Miami.
That's probably true, actually. I take that back. However, let's just see how they responded. They're just yelling at him.
Here it is, the first pitch to Kyle Schwarber.
They're just booing his warm-up. I love that. Don't give these people fodder. They're degenerates. They actually hate their lives. Don't do it. Do not rile up the Philly crowd. Why? You say, it's going to be a great place to play. I'm really excited for the opportunity. It's going to be a big challenge. It's going to be a big opportunity. It's a great place to play. That's it. Not I played in the World Baseball Classic, and that was loud. Okay, dude, shut up. What did you think was going to happen? They're good point. That's way louder than us. I kind of think it probably was the whole Miami is the capital of Latin America thing. Okay, we have an investigation. This is technically Controversial Wednesday. I don't have a controversy for you. I don't know. There were just so many more murders last year. It's not funny. This fan went viral during Monday Night Football, and everyone's freaking out about it. Here, pull her up on your screen. That's what she looks like. There were conspiracy theorists, including myself, that's like, that's an actor. They're in L.A., and nobody likes the goddamn Chargers. That's an actor. And she's super excited. She's like, oh, go Chargers. This is really nerve-wracking. So everyone was like, she seems fake. That's a plant. I was one of those people. But then they did some investigation, and it turns out she's a real Chargers fan, and she told the team, the Chargers and ESPN, that they could release her name. However, they found her, and it turns out she was a real football fan, but she used to be a Vikings fan. It's like, okay, and then her explanation of the Vikings fandom, here, take a look on your screen. There she is. She's a Vikings fan. The explanation is that she became a Chargers fan when they moved to L.A. All right, I buy that. I buy into that. She seems, however, like she really wants to go viral for being a football fan. Let's read this Mike Florio post from Pro Football Talk. This is so mean. At first blush, the thinking was that perhaps the person was paid by the Chargers and or the NFL to potentially attract ESPN cameras during the game. That's literally what it seemed like. The truth is a bit more complicated. However, it appears that Marianne Doe has gotten the 15 minutes of fame she has craved for multiple years. Between appearing on the Pat McAfee show and talking to TMZ, to landing as the Chargers' new Twitter X profile picture. I love that Twitter X. Just call it Twitter. Just call it Twitter, cowards. Doe is getting it done, and she apparently has been trying to do it for a while. Despite her suggestions that her son plays for a football team known as the Vikings, which was the explanation for her dressing up as a Vikings fan, Doe has admitted to TMZ that she was and is a fan of the Minnesota Vikings. This girl just wanted to go viral for being a football fan. This is the definition of thirsty. Thirsty. She did not care about the game. She was faking it. She went there to be on TV. Duh. Doy. Most obvious thing ever. Remember when Robert Salah said after the game that we've embarrassed these quarterbacks? Well, he didn't embarrass Dak Prescott. We forgot about that when Dak completed 80% of his passes and the Cowboys won by 1,000. And then he said, yes, or on Monday, that was a poor choice of words. Quote, the word embarrassed was probably not the right choice of words for me at the time, but there's a lot of faith in our defense and defensive coordinator and how good a job he and the defensive staff do in preparing these guys each and every week, except the Cowboys week. That was not a lot of faith in that week. Talk shit, get hit. You got to do that. The NFL is meeting. The owners are having their succession meeting in Manhattan. Duh. And they're debating a couple of things, including the hip drop tackle. You know what the hip drop tackle is? It's this, where the guy wraps up the waist and then drops his weight. And what happens is the guy that's running falls and these people get hurt, rolled up on, essentially. However, people want the hip drop ban. What do you, just like let the guy run? If your knee gets tore up, I don't feel bad. If your head gets, I feel bad about the head, so I don't feel bad with the knee stuff. Sucks to suck, dude. Don't get tackled. When they do it, the runner becomes defenseless from getting injured. Fine. Then if you grab them by the waist and just go down, like, well, then we're at two-hand touch. They can't kick their way out from under, and that's the problem. That's where the injury occurs. You see the ankle get trapped underneath the weight of the defender. That sucks to suck. I'm sorry. Sucks to suck. Don't get tackled. Head or knees or ankle. You can't. And then we are so close to touch football. Yeah, if they get hurt, they get hurt. It sucks. Quarterbacks can't get hurt. We can't have quarterbacks getting hurt because then that's like money. People don't watch games. They don't watch games when quarterbacks get hurt. But a running back getting hurt, I don't know. Don't play running back. And they should have their own union for sure. Connor McDavid had this highlight last night. Oh, my God, he's so good. Watch this. Let's just watch the replay.
When he gets up, when he attacks
spin on his knee, look
speed, doesn't even miss a
sick, but watch this guy miss the puck. Oh,
so much speed.
Let's watch this guy just fly by. Is that Nashville? This is just like whoop at the, it just whoop, just and the McDavid gets up. He's like, oh no fucking way, the puck's right there. Shit, I guess I'll score. Sick highlight from McDavid. He did not mean to do that. That guy just literally missed the puck. At the succession meeting, Roger Goodell for the NFL has signed a contract extension. Obviously, they're making $1 bajillion a day. The contract extension is going to run through 2027. That will get him over 20 years as the head honcho of the National Football League. What a guy. Fun news. Caleb Williams, it has leaked from his camp. This is so funny to me. This is so funny, so dumb, so funny. Caleb Williams has allowed it to leak that he would very much like to have equity in the team that drafts him as part of his compensation. PFT reported in July that Caleb's representatives had been making it known to potential agents that Williams wants partial ownership of the team that selects him in 2024 if he declares for the draft. Aaron Rodgers also attempted to secure equity during his contract discussions with the Jets, but the NFL stepped in to say that isn't allowed. This weekend, or some point in between July and now, they said, nope, that can't happen. It's against the rules. And then they made sure it was against the rules. If we go to Mike Florio, this is what he does best. It feels like an antitrust violation, and it's potentially collusion if giving a player equity is not prohibited by the collective bargaining agreement, and the new rule was passed without bargaining between the league and the union. That is definitely true. That's potential collusion. However, I really would like to see, I would love to be a fly on the wall of the union conversations when they're like, okay, well, we're going to hold out so that Caleb Williams and Aaron Rodgers can own equity in their teams, while you guys who don't really have a thorough college education and came here so that you can make $800,000 a year while your brain gets beat in, you guys need to hold out and not make any money so that Caleb Williams can own equity in the Cardinals. This is fucking funny that Caleb Williams thinks this is funny. His representatives have been making it known he wants to own equity. Well, that sucks to suck, dude. Should have played basketball if you want to pull shit like that. Also, That Notre Dame game was bad. I mean, Notre Dame is not that good. You made them look really good. I mean, you made them look really good. I mean, you just throw into him. You just threw him the ball. Equity. There are players that should think about that. Like Patrick Mahomes should be like, I'm going to hold out if you don't give me equity. And he should just bail from the union. Be like, I'm not actually in the union. Fuck you guys. And they're just like, I would like 25% of the Chiefs in perpetuity. He could pull that. If there's a legal way to play outside the union, he could do that. Caleb Williams can't. That's so funny. I have a hot take. He will not be the first overall draft pick. Drake May is also a really good prospect, and he isn't saying dumb shit like this, and he isn't being cocky, and I think that the red flags are coming out like, yeah, he's kind of about his business. He just maybe I should bet on that. I got to find draft pick futures. What the stupidity to think that this is legit. No one in his camp Googled it and be like, yeah, bud, that's not going to happen. Aaron Rodgers couldn't get it done. Yeah, you're not going to get it done. Tom Brady couldn't get it done. It's not happening. Tom Brady had to buy equity in another team. It's not happening. Fucking stupid. All right. Thursday Night Football tomorrow. I believe the ALCS is back on in Dallas tonight. My guess would be 8 p.m. because they hate us. In the East Coast, they hate us. All right. See you tomorrow.